This morning, in 2 very short hours, we're going to try to pack in a couple of offerings. One from Angelus on mirrors of projection and community, and a breakout, and an offering from Larry, which I think you'll find very interesting, and a breakout, and a little bit of an ending process. So we'll just see how much of that we can pack in, but that's my vulnerability in trying to serve the intent of a plan, which is just to give you courage to move forward until you know what you have to do. So over to you, Angelus.
Okay. Well, good morning, everyone. A couple of things around the return and also Sophie's offering. What we witness, we are changed by. And when we are witnessed, we cannot go back to the old way. And what happened in Robben Island, the power of witnessing, mutual witnessing that garners healing, is very powerful. And then followed up with Ward's reading from Larry's Subversive Orthodoxy, that we can be unhappy in the best of conditions and hopeful in the worst of conditions. And the future, as Rilke says, enters into us and transforms itself long before we're aware of it. And one way of tracking the future, you started on when we first gathered, is we began to take a look at some images that were capturing our imagination. And any image that we put on our book has entered us long before we were conscious of it. And the selection of those images is a conscious remembrance of something that has already entered us and transformed us, and has transformed us to the point that we could recognize it. And I love what Carl Jung said, that the psychological mechanism for transforming energy is the symbol or the image. The psychological mechanism for transforming energy is the symbol or the image. And so we began our journey together as important strangers, selecting that which had meaning. We gathered, we went with the first movement of gathering what was inspirational, that we recognized or had meaning for us. We used that first. And yesterday has been a time of expanding and clarifying or defining and allowing new things to come in and go out. And then last night it was a period of kind of settling and integrating and releasing, so that we could come together again. And what's fascinating to me about any gathering of a community, this community gathering, is the same people will not be here in any other formation. And so there's something original that happens, because no two groups really meet with the same people at the same time. And that's what's original medicine at this time, that we've come somehow to explore subversive orthodoxy, to explore images that have incredible meaning for us, to take a look at endings and beginnings, and to take a look at where we are in the journey, and to recognize where we entered together and where we came to the midpoint yesterday, and today we're on the westward side of the mountain in return and re-entering out. And so it's at the return, there's also a taking a look at where have I been inspired? Where have I been challenged? What has surprised me while I've been here? And what has deeply touched and moved me? And where have I strengthened What has strengthened in me as a result of being here? What has softened or rounded out some of the hard edges or the places where I've been really closed? What has softened? What has opened in my nature? And what has fallen into place or come together? And all of that starts to gather itself at the return as a preparation of what will I be taking back? What will I be taking back as a result of being reformed and informed and transformed in this original container of important strangers? And always, what's so interesting is Indigenous people say that you know you've been changed when once again you can be warm like fire, fluid like water, solid like mountain. So where did I become warm like fire? Where did I come home to my heart and what had meaning for me while I've been here? Warm like fire. Where was there flow, fluid like water? Where did I get in touch with my resiliency while I've been here? And what solidified? Solid like mountain, warm like fire, fluid like water. In the Southwest, among the Navajo, Hopi, and Zuni people, being warm like fire, fluid like water, and solid like mountain indicates that I've touched my inherent wisdom. And wisdom is not age-bound. Wisdom is not age-bound. People in their 20s are very wise, people in their 30s are very wise, people in their 40s are very wise. But after 50, if we're not demonstrating some kind of wisdom, it's less than becoming. And so, and we have an opportunity in any kind of collective work, of any grouping of 5 or more people, is to come to an inherent place of wisdom. And gathering is a way of wisdom, and settling is a way of wisdom, and opening or expanding is a way of wisdom, and the capacity to take in and to give out. Those are all movements that support not only creativity, which is happening all the time, but also it supports our accruing of wisdom, and wherever wisdom is being accrued, we're attending to character development. We're attending to character development and getting clearer about our ethics and values, out of which all subversive orthodoxy is anchored in.